Hi, welcome back. This is Adventures with Dr. Joe. If you want to install a high capacity, very favorably priced hard drive on your computer, you can do that by basically getting one of these 3.5-inch spinning discs. I purchased this 20 terabyte hard drive to store all of my video production and everything for $219. It's a remarkable price. I also have some NVMe memory, super fast, 5 to 10 times faster than SSD, but for bulk storage, one of these hard drives is really a good deal. Let's take a look at it. So I purchased this on Amazon. It has a 2-year warranty. It is refurbished. Again, 20 terabytes, remarkably huge. So we're going to need a few things. We're going to need SATA cable, which will plug into the motherboard, and we'll need some power, which we'll get from the cables from the power supply. So we'll take it out. And yeah, these are all the connections right here for, this will be the data cable, the SATA data cable, and then this will be power from the power supply. And there are two places in this computer case that I can put those hard drives in. So typically, when you get a computer, the motherboard or the computer case will actually tell you where you can put these drives. So we can put one drive on this panel or one drive on the inside of this panel. This is what I choose to do. If you have 2.5 drives, you can put a bunch of them, but you can actually put 2 of the 3.5. So let's take it apart and let's look where we're going to place this. So I purchased this computer from CyberPower. You're able to basically design your own computer. I really liked this case, and I got the motherboard. So on the inside of this panel is where we're going to store, we're going to put our new 20 terabyte drive. So we take one screw out, that's all, and then this panel comes off. And on the inside of this is where we're going to put our 3.5 drive. Here's all the cabling from the power supply. And we're going to cut a couple of these zip ties and get the connections for this. And then we're also going to put the SATA data cables from the motherboard and bring them back here. But to do that, we probably have to take the GPU or the graphics card out first. Let's take a look. So I've installed the hard drive on this panel. I've installed 4 of these 3mm screws, and it has a cutout here for all the connecting cables. So to access these data cables, we're going to have to take this panel off. And these data cables are behind the GPU, so we're going to take the GPU off. Taking the GPU off requires removing a locking plate with 2 screws and then the 2 screws that hold the GPU in place. So 4 screws. Okay, so these 2 screws hold this locking bar in place. Some cases they're tool-less, which would be preferable for sure, but that's not the way it is here. So we'll take those 2 little screws out. Whoops, we'll take the screw out. Then I have display ports. We'll disconnect those, and then we'll take the screws connecting the GPU to the chassis out, and we can then carefully remove the GPU from the motherboard. So removing the GPU is a little scary because it's a very expensive piece. But if you're really careful, you just pull it out and it comes out like that. You can disconnect these cables, but I don't think it's necessary. We're just going to set it on this towel. And that should give us enough access to our SATA data ports. This motherboard can handle 4 SATA data lines. So we're going to put a couple of them in just to make it future proof. And we're going to bring the cable through the box. Move this out of the way and then we'll try to attach it. Okay, so I did it off camera because it was very difficult. It's got a lot of interference with this panel, so I have 3 of these SATA data connectors, data cables connected, and now we're going to put the GPU back, turn it around, and then we're going to connect our hard drive. Okay, now we need to get some power. This is the SATA data cable. Now we need to get some power, so I'm going to clip some of these zip ties that are holding everything in place. So I've taken everything down, and this one seems to be pretty good, so we'll connect that. I've already connected the data cable. Seems like this one is in a good location. And there we are. So now we'll just tidy back up all of these cables. Okay, let's see if we can get this to fit. Okay, because this cable group is so big and bulky, I think I'm going to transfer this to here, then I don't have to move any cables. So I'm just going to reinstall this panel without that hard drive. These cables are out. And that takes that single screw that I've saved. Now we're going to remove this panel. I'm going to put the hard drive on it. There it is, just like that. You can strip these, so be careful, don't tighten them too much. And you only really need 2 screws, but I put in 4. There we go. So that's a good fit, because now the back panel will fit on this, and we'll just tidy it up. Here's the back panel. Get that tucked away. Put the other covers on, then we'll initialize the drive. Okay, we're going to power it up. Get our monitors going. And initialize this drive. So right now you can see it only recognizes the 2 drives I have, C and D. So we're going to open up disk management, put it in the search bar here. DISK management. And here it goes, create and format hard drive partitions. So this window pops up, and right now it's looking at the new drive. It's calling it disk 0. And we can say OK. And then we'll bring this screen over, and we're going to right click here, and we're going to do a new simple volume because I don't want it partitioned. And that brings up the wizard. That brings up the wizard, and we're going to follow it. I'm going to label this Z. So it's 20 terabytes, look at 190.7, so that's excellent. And it's 100% in a simple volume. And we're going to label it Z. And we're going to format it. Quick format is fine. This is a huge drive, so this will take a little while. NTFS is correct. And here we go. Boom. So if we refresh, so our new volume is empty clearly. Here's our new volume. And we can go up one. And we can go to see all of our drives. Let's look at this PC, and now we have 3, C, D, and Z. So that's been a successful install of our new 20 terabyte bulk storage hard drive. So yay. So hey, thanks for sticking with me. We had a little glitch as to where to put it, but if you found this useful, please click thumbs up. Consider subscribing. Happy computing.